Interesting how it wiggles like that, isn't it? It comes straight down here as if it's going straight for Cerro de la Panocha, which you would think was the absolute obvious point for a border marker. And then into Mexico. Into Mexico, huh? Well, give or take a bit of movement. Don't know. No, what can something this fucking big do in between 1868 and 1968? And then if it's got another half a century, where does it get to? In South Africa, you'd find buses here, which are like a kind of marmot. This is going to be as hell. You would get dussies going on here, scurrying around. I guess for Americans, maybe the best thing you could call them is rock gophers. Gopher, that was a protocol. That's how you build shit. Sending commands by email. That's what I wanted to do. You just needed a decent language processing system. Martin Johnson was not having it. No sir. Especially when you start fucking looking at ISO standards and ASN1. Hey Martin. I mean, that shit, that's fucking voodoo, isn't it? Martin. Hey Martin Johnson. You little fucking piece of turd. Fucking little creep walking around in your sandals. Oh, but Ian, surely. You goddamn cretin. That was your wife that died, wasn't it? We got on like a house on fire. It must have been fun for you, fucking living in it. I like the way it burns. So they've got power up here, but they don't operate it. They don't operate the lights. If you've got battery packs like this, well, maybe the beep means it's empty. Maybe because in the United States, you fuckers can't get any maintenance over here to maintain these Huawei battery packs or whatever they are. And who makes them? Or is it a generator? It's a Jenny. They're made by IGSA. Well, what do you know? Looks like the World Trade Center from here. I'm only joking, please, no business deals. That's not a contract. Comisión Federal de Electricidad. That sounds Mexicano to me. But, you know, maybe it's California. Two masts. One of them's a line of sight microwave link. The other one is just The other one is just for cooking kids. This one's power line routing is interesting. Mind you, they're the same deal. That's taken from there, that's taken from there. That's Mexican electricity. This is an electric fence. Precaution, if you can make it past the razor wire, you might just get high enough to be able to orgasm when your cock and balls get caught in an electric fence. I always thought those tasers would be useful things for showing people what a real male orgasm is. Apply one to each testicle, fucking something's got to happen, right? It all depends on the potential and what electrolytes you've consumed that day and whether you've subscribed to this fucking service that will IV you with whatever the fuck is good for you in your house, in your own comfort zone. I'm feeling kind of pukey now. I don't know what the fuck you people are doing. Ain't no substitute for talking, is there? Oh! God damn, that was good. Did the sensible thing now because I had less than a few minutes. It said SD card full, even though I had a few minutes left on the SD card. Switched over to the phone memory, so I guess I can make video now walking down to see who I am today. Maybe by the time I get down to the bottom I'll be fucking Ptolemy the Third. You fucking assholes. Fucking Darius the 17th. He's coming for you, buddy. In his herb garden. Catherine. That was some shit we got up to. No wonder IBM went to crap. We're running it from your bedroom in Oxford. Setting up, exchanging keys for long distance telecoms. He fucking syndicated it with some kind of rediffusion system. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But I'd set up some comms link with that American chick who grabbed my leg as I came out of the bathroom. I don't know what she thought I'd been doing in there. Anyway, just as I came out, she did the sexiest fucking thing any woman had ever done to me, and she just reached out with her 2 feet as I was walking out of the shower in Lucky Guest House in the old version. No, it was the new one after we'd moved. And she grabbed my legs with her 2 feet, and I thought, whoa, this chick's interested. We didn't speak to each other again. And then we met up in, where was it we met up? That beautiful place, Guilin. We met up in Guilin, and I recognized her. And we went and watched, my mother used to read me this book about Ping the cormorant, fishing in China with a ring round his neck. And we sat there, and there was a cormorant fisherman came past with a lamp. We were sitting in the dark together, just talking. And he came past and he was just quietly fishing with his bird. There was this plop, and then the bird would go under the water, catch a fish and come back. I said, it's the cormorant fisherman. Anyway, we had a kiss. I asked her if she masturbated, and she said, yeah, sometimes in the shower. That was the last we saw of each other, wasn't it, darling? Hands across the ocean. Oh boy. What a ridiculous fucking script. Load of wank, girls. This is a load of fucking wank. But we're good at it. Damn, are we good at it. I kind of want to go down there and show you what happens, how happy the plants are along that steel fence. But I think if I go down there, I'll be on my ass in no time. 11:26. That's the time I've been recording. There's nothing coming up saying I've got limits on the internal memory of the phone. Damn, it's starting to look like the software works. Now here's the turn off. Do you think that was the old day when Willie's Jeeps could drive up here and it was steep enough? You could come up here in a Willie's Jeep because they're light. Whoa! Without loss of generals, you could have come up this track, but then when they started making pussy motor cars, they had to change the thing and it became Mexican. You had to get up on the VW. I'm making it up. This is rap, people. Please don't take it seriously. Start talking about generals and everybody's. What kind of name is that anyway? Votel. Sounds like election rigging to me. There you go, look. Maybe they get something out of the steel. Maybe it is just that it collects the runoff there, I don't know. Steel breeze, American steel, Barack. The way you deal with American steel and our problems by the ton. Who rolled all this shit? I mean, I don't know if rolling and extruding are two separate processes or what. You gotta ask my friend. She's dancing like she's never danced before. Well, it's just because they're in flower that they look happy. Plants, nurtured plants, coming all over the place. 1419. Miss Sutherland, did you note that? It may be important later. I wish I knew in advance when it could end, and I could say 1419 out of. Or I wish somebody could just make a piece of software that could detect splices in audio. That must be digital audio. Just look at that trailer that lady made of Lana Del Rey, Blue Banisters, Lana Tuesday's trailer. I can detect the slices. describe in text how to do the fading and do the remixing, and put a digital mixer, have it scripted, take this bit of video, fade it out at this rate using the same technology as you use for blending on graphics programs, Bezier blends. You can choose how you want to fade out one, fade in the other. You can put in sync points for where you want the titles to fade out and fade in, and the SVG animation and the gradient. But you know, if your way of implementing SVG animation is just by fucking bolting scriptable widget munging mess of JavaScript, you're not going to get anywhere, are you? You need a proper language that describes these things at the high level so that you know what the author meant. Once you get down to the let's have this bit of JavaScript scripting the animation in the SVG, it's all over. Sodi podi. You're just producing sodi podi when all you were meant to be doing was, you know, I don't know, you tell me what you were up to, W3C and the guy who invented the World Wide Web. What was your plan? Huh? What was I doing in Watts when I met my fucking ex-wife? Huh? What was I doing? Sodi podi, really. But what I wanted was just, I wasn't thinking about the language, I was just thinking about an implementation. That was part of the deal. I wasn't thinking about the language because I still didn't know how to parse. Because it's a hard problem, isn't it, Donald Nuss? It's a hard problem, parsing an arbitrary context-free grammar. And let alone parsing arbitrary context-dependent grammars. And what happens if you put that shit in a context-dependent parser? If you put in all those lookup tables like the way you handle C type defs, because they're not that's not a context-free grammar, right? So you build a C parser like I did in standard ML. You put all that shit in. How do you know what the semantics are? Can't you just decide the semantics organically by letting all the different implementations agree or not? And let the ones that equivocate, set them aside. Your shit isn't working. And that's what I told you we should be doing for semantics of CPU instructions, Peter Sewell. When you started looking at that work that you did for IBM about semantics of caching and stuff, I said, look, but the operating system developers can get this shit to work, and the people who write simulators can get this shit to work. And what I really meant was you have operational semantics. Maybe I couldn't express it clearly because you're such a fucking know-all, and your fucking course was a load of fucking bullshit. You were in Donald Nuss's ass when you wrote that fucking crap. Your whole course could have been scripted in standard ML. You never showed anybody how standard ML semantics or formal semantics of standard ML. You told your students to tell me, you told your research students, like the American, Kathy Gray's husband, who went to Sussex, Scott. You told Scott to tell me that there were no formal semantics for standard ML. And that fucking book wasn't available on the internet. It was in Cambridge fucking University Press. And just like they put fucking E.T. Jane's book in the back of the shop and they put their books in the front window all curled up, while Robert Mackay, or whatever his name is, David Mackay's fucking bullshit fest is on the front window, E.T. Jane's probability is at the back, because he talked about Aristotelian syllogism. And Peter Sewell, old philosophy makes me angry. Oh, you're such a mature person of such intellectual integrity, aren't you, Peter? You fucking piece of dog shit. Fucking gummy teeth. Hanging out with chicks, introducing them to me, driving up to Scotland in your fucking hired Mercedes-Benz, telling me there's no fucking way you're going to give £500 to join the John Muir Trust. You're just going to walk up there on the Sutherland and take photos and marvel in the fucking natural beauty. You fucking dog turd. No wonder you were scared of wall climbing with me on the end of your rope. You fucking piece of dog shit. I didn't want this shit. I'm not ready to go back to town. I haven't even calmed down one bit. Fucking cunts. Una puerta con gradas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you know, it all depends on how you count them. And where your shadow is, and whether you can do interval, whether you can count intervals, whether you know how those people that make beds arrange them. Broken pots on the mesa at where you turn off Patacamaya. You turn off from Patacamaya, you go inland a bit towards Sajama, and you get to these mesas surrounded by broken Inca pottery. And that's where you take your black friend, because you think you've got to go with him up onto one of those mesas and sit down or something, and somebody puts the idea into your head that you've got to sacrifice the guy. And you think, whoa, shit, I ain't into that. And anyway, the bus goes past in the night, you don't even notice. Or you got taken out in a fucking satellite laser or something. I'm sure this person who's been forgotten about won't mind if I sit down under the tree. I think they're happy. This feels like a nice place. Oh, like I once felt like I went to my own despacciando in San Jose de Chuquiamanas on Todos Santos. We smoked a cigarette, and I went away and I said to my friend, I can't remember which one, I said, that guy's happy. He left a cigarette and he smoked a cigarette. And I'm not picking up this Freemason's spirit, I'm just having a rest under this tree. My God, the fucking shit you people put me through. I have ghosts and not all of them are dead. I'm not making a video of this, screw it.